Our research project was done to understand the relationship between social media and students' procrastination levels. The individuals that participated in this study was myself, Lizette Reyes, Hailey Ward, Camille Langston, and Lexi Tafoya. The purpose of this study was to find the possible relationship between social media use and procrastination. We felt that there would be a possible correlation due to the research that had been done previously that showed that there was a correlation between our variables. Social media effects can be the cause of procrastination, poor time management, low performance, and poor productivity in individuals. Procrastination effects can involve low exam scores, worse grades, more course failures, and more course withdrawals within students.
One of the literature reviews that we used in this study was from the Profiles of Undergraduates Network Addiction, and it consisted of 1,784 students from 24 different Spanish universities. They used an online questionnaire about academic performance and social media use, and they also used the Social Network Addiction Questionnaire and the Spanish version of the Procrastination Assessment Scale. They found a significant and positive relationship between social media use and procrastination, but they did state that there was no significant difference for academic performance and that addiction to social media is related to procrastination behavior, but it could be a good resource for undergraduates. Our hypothesis was that there would be a significant correlation between social media and procrastination in students.
Our participants were 73 samples out of all of the samples that were usable. A majority of them were female, with 61 being female. Then a majority was also white, with 45 of the participants being white. And then the average age of the participants is 24 years old. The measures that we used were the Irrational Procrastination Scale and the Bergen Social Media Addiction Scale. Those are both self-reporting questionnaires. The procedure for our study, we distributed the survey online, and before the survey, the participants completed the consent and agreement forms, and then at the end of the survey, they received a debriefing statement. The survey was split into 3 sections, with section 1 being demographic information of the participants. Section 2 included questions about the Irrational Procrastination Scale, and then section 3 included questions about the Bergen Social Media Addiction Scale.
For the results, we decided to use a Pearson's correlation test because we were testing the relationship between 2 different variables. We found that the Irrational Procrastination Scale had a mean of 26.959 with a standard deviation of 4.234, and the mean did indicate an average level of procrastination. The social media usage had a mean of 3.62 hours and a standard deviation of 2.612 hours. And so with that, our Pearson's R came out to be 0.156, which is less than 0.001. So this did mean that we did not have any statistically significant correlation between our 2 variables. And to kind of give you a photographic representation, this is the scatter plot we had, and you can kind of see that the plots are pretty spread out, not really showing a pattern. Even the line of best fit does have a slightly positive slope, but nothing too significant to prove that there would be a correlation between the variables we tested.
And to conclude our study, our results from measuring our 2 variables, we discovered that there was no correlation despite previous research studies that have been conducted. This could be due to the limitations that we encountered with some of our questions and the individuals that we had measured. The main focus on this was to discover how this affected ISU students and their graduation rates. We are going to have to do a little bit more studying to the correlation between social media and the procrastination levels in order to determine that effect.
And that concludes our presentation.